Nicole was the kind of girl who captivated from the very first glance. Slender, with long dark hair cascading in soft waves over her shoulders, she exuded confidence and energy. Her dark eyes held a hint of mystery, and her refined smile left no one indifferent. She worked in a large company, specializing in marketing, and was always in the midst of events. Every morning, Nicole woke up early, before the sun had fully bathed the city in its light. She loved this moment, when the city was just beginning to wake up, and the streets were almost empty. Putting on a comfortable sports outfit and sneakers, she headed out for a run. A light breeze refreshed her face and the music in her headphones set the rhythm. Running along the waterfront was her daily ritual, a time for herself, her thoughts, and inspiration. After returning home, Nicole took a shower and prepared breakfast. Her usual choices were either yogurt with fruit or an omelette with vegetables. She valued a healthy lifestyle and carefully selected her food. By 9 o'clock, she was already seated in the office, working on new projects. Her job was exciting, though at times it required great concentration and patience. Her colleagues respected her for her creativity and perseverance, while management appreciated her professionalism. After work, she usually headed to the gym or attended a group fitness class. She loved staying in shape and enjoyed physical activity. Once back home, she prepared dinner, turned on her favorite TV series or read a book, wrapped in a cozy blanket. This was her peaceful evening, helping her unwind after a busy day. One morning, during her run, Nicole noticed a guy standing at the street corner, seemingly lost while looking at a map on his phone. He was tall, athletic, with brown eyes and a slight stubble that only added to his charm. Noticing Nicole, he stopped her. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get here?" he asked, showing her an address on his phone. Nicole took a quick glance and, without giving it much thought, explained the route. "It's not far, just go straight to the main avenue, then turn right." She smiled and continued running. She had no idea that just a few hours later, she would see this stranger again, this time in her own office. It turned out that Michael had come for a job interview at her company for the position of an analyst. When their eyes met again in the hallway, he smiled. "We already know each other," he joked. Nicole was surprised, but then, recalling their morning encounter, she couldn't help but laugh. "Turns out, it's a small world," she replied. From that moment on, they started talking more. Michael was intelligent, fun, and had a great sense of humor. Nicole found herself enjoying his company more and more. The romance between Nicole and Michael was unfolding rapidly. They were spending more and more time together, having lunch at a cafe near the office, going to workouts together, discussing work matters, and joking as if they had known each other forever. Their conversations became deeper, and their glances lasted longer. The tension between them was growing, and Michael decided he didn't want to wait any longer for a chance to be alone with Nicole in a romantic setting. One evening, as they were leaving the office together, he stopped her at the entrance. "I know a place you'll definitely like. Let me take you out to dinner." His voice was warm, and his eyes glowed with genuine interest. Nicole held his gaze for a moment, as if weighing something, then smiled. "All right, Michael, I'll trust your taste." The restaurant Michael chose was elegant and romantic. The soft candlelight reflected in Nicole's eyes, making her even more captivating. She sat across from him in a black dress that hugged her figure perfectly, accentuating every curve. Her dark hair cascaded in waves, and the subtle scent of her perfume made Michael unconsciously breathe deeper, memorizing it. They talked a lot, about work, sports, travel, favorite books, and music. But beneath the words, an unspoken electricity had long been filling the space between them. When Michael gently touched her hand, running his fingers over her skin, a shiver ran through her body. Her gaze darkened slightly, and she bit her lip just enough for him to notice. "Shall we go for a walk?" he asked, and she simply nodded, feeling something inside her hold its breath. The night city was mysterious and alluring. The streetlights reflected on the wet pavement, adding an almost magical touch to the moment. They wandered through narrow streets, and Nicole felt how every touch from Michael, a light hand on her back, the soft press of his fingers against hers, sent waves of desire through her. When they stopped near an old bridge, he suddenly turned to her, grabbed her waist, and pulled her closer. "I've been dreaming about this since morning," he whispered. He leaned in and softly touched his lips to hers. She paused for a second, but then let go of all her inhibitions and responded with a passionate kiss, as if all her restraint had vanished. She threaded her fingers through his hair, feeling his hands glide over the contours of her back with intense heat. Their hearts beat in unison, and the night hid them from the rest of the world. This was only the beginning. But they both already knew, this encounter had changed everything.